See, this is the kind of day on the show that Noah would hate, but that any other normal human being would be so happy about. 'Cause look at all them cookies. Hey guys, it's me, Michael Truly. Noah's still recovering from the gout, but I'm here today to eat cookies on his behalf. It's a tough day here at the office. Chips Ahoy recently released a new line of cookies called Ice Cream Creations. There are 4 varietals of these cookies, and I'm gonna tell you what they are. Oh yeah. I think Mocha Chunk sounds pretty good. You kinda got like maybe like a little coffee undertone in there. Could be tasty. Not huge on Chips Ahoy, but we'll see how the flavor goes through. Mint chocolate chip, that's the jam. That's what poets go to school and earn PhDs to write about for no money for the rest of their lives. Dulce de Leche, all right, let's throw a little ethnic flavor in there. Let's do it. All right, I'm game. Root beer float, classic Americana, kind of like a brown cow with an iceberg on top, I think is what diners call that. The diners don't call it that. Okay, so these are the Mocha Chunk. They look like cookies, right? So they're small. I always forget that the bag says enlarged to show texture. We're looking at about 10 different chips here on the front of this cookie, and there's only 2 that appear to be Mocha Chunk. So this is about 20% mocha. The mocha undertones are very subtle. They don't overpower the cookie. Sort of like if you smelled coffee and ate a Chips Ahoy at the same time. These aren't bad. Would I buy a package of these at my local Walmart? Probably not, because we only have one Walmart in LA and it's very far away, as we've covered before. Okay, these definitely have like a minty aroma that go with them, and you can't really see much in terms of like the mint chips on the thing, but on the back, you can see that there are big chunks of it. So already this is off to a better start than the Mocha Chunk. And I'm gonna eat this the way Cookie Monster taught me, which is to cram all of it into my mouth as quickly as possible. That's minty. The mint really goes all the way through. I don't know that you need the mint chocolate chips. I think I actually like it better than normal Chips Ahoy. I don't normally care for just like chocolate chips, and this one's got a little extra. I don't know if the word stank is appropriate in this regard, but it's got a little extra stank on it. And I like that. Well, let's continue this cookie party with Dulce de Leche. So our cookie experts here at Food Feeder have determined that this cookie is not chewy like the other 3. It kind of smells a little bit like Snickerdoodle. See how chewy it is? It's very crunchy. It's not bad. It kind of has, it almost tastes more like a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie than a Dulce de Leche. So far, Mocha Chunk is still at the bottom of the list. All of Nabisco's ice cream creations, this is probably the one that has the most to live up to. Right off the bat, this reeks of root beer in a good way. It's kind of weird, it does taste like root beer. It's like a soda flavored cookie. That's weird, guys. That's real weird. My mouth is confused. Of all of these, I think this is the only package that isn't a flat out lie. These are legitimately kind of good. I suggest you find a friend to pick these up and then just have one. Just one. How does Noah complain about this? I'm eating cookies. I'm being paid to eat cookies! If I haven't eaten all these cookies by the time we can drag people in here, we're gonna feed them to people. Let's feed the office.
So, ice cream creations.
Mm-hmm. This is a cookie.
Oh, they're chewy.
Ooh, they're the chewy kind.
I like chewy cookies in like real life, but I'm very suspicious of them when they come out of shelf-stable packaging.
It looks like a regular Chips Ahoy cookie.
It's named after a stripper and one of the Goonies.
Truffle shuffle!
It tastes like a chocolate chip cookie.
I'm getting absolutely no coffee in this, like none whatsoever.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, that's a very mediocre cookie.
I mean, every like mocha ice cream I've had was mainly like coffee flavor, which is weird. And I'm not getting a coffee flavor or mocha, I'm just getting chocolate.
You should just make coffee flavored cookies.
It's like less chocolatey than a normal Chips Ahoy, even though it's called Mocha Chunk.
Kind of like the gentrification of chocolate chip cookies, with all the mochas moving in.
Fail.
I love mint chocolate chip ice cream, so.
So you might be in for a treat.
Hopefully.
Or a terrible disappointment.
It smells good.
Tastes less minty than it smells, but
It's pleasant. I don't like that it's chewy. I would prefer a crunchy version.
I like it. I like this a lot.
Good for drowning your feelings.
I don't get, what's this ice cream creations? Is it supposed to go with ice cream or?
It's not made clear.
I could do with a little more mint.
A little mintier. Reasonably good. So what is
Yes.
it? Is that like a 6 or a 7?
In the Chips Ahoy world, they're like an 11.
Ew, it's a crunchy one.
Yeah, it's not chewy.
I like dulce de leche.
Ooh, dulce.
Dulce de leche.
Sábado gigante, dulce de leche.
What does dulce de leche even mean?
Sí, señora, es la milk jam.
Hello, crumbs.
Ugh.
That's really good. That's like a 15 on the Nabisco scale.
It tastes like a little bit of cinnamon.
Kind of like a snickerdoodle, right?
No.
It's not as overpoweringly sweet as the other two.
Despite its crunchiness, the cinnamon won me over.
That's the best one so far.
This still looks like a chocolate chip cookie, like with undersaturated tones on the chocolate.
Ooh, last cookie. Smells like root beer.
Yeah.
That does taste like root beer, but that's not really a good thing.
I don't like root beer. Oh, I don't like this cookie.
Kind of a problem. Would you say that's accurate?
I would say that's accurate.
Okay.
There's like a root beer tingle in the back of my mouth, and I'm not really enjoying it.
I like it a lot.
Cool.
I'd rather have a root beer float than
We all
the
would.
calories of a cookie.
There's no reason for root beer to be solid.
The milk jam is probably the best, just because I like cinnamon a lot.
Numero uno. 2.
Dos.
Dos. Better if it was crunchy, but acceptable. And loser, loser.
This was my favorite. This was my second favorite. It was like decent-ish. These two were just like, they exist for no reason.
All of these are delicious in their own special way, except for Mocha Chunk, which is not good. So I'm just gonna pull it off the table so you don't even have to look at it anymore because it's offensive. Root beer float, I'll keep standing up for root beer float. It's so accurate. It's so accurate. But I don't know why these are called ice cream creations. They could have just put any flavor on here and we don't need the blue packaging, we don't need the ice cream. A lot of branding here that doesn't make a lot of sense. Have you guys tried any of these cookies? Let us know what you think in the comments below, or you could go out and grab them and eat a whole bunch and like film it and put that on there somewhere, just like crumbs flying everywhere. I'll watch that because I think that's funny. Give us a thumbs up if you're a root beer aficionado. I'm Michael Truly. Subscribe to Taste It so that I get to keep eating cookies at work because this is so much better than eating fermented shark. Guys, haven't I suffered enough?